you roll damage and then your attack?
Yeah.
That's how confident you are.
These guys won't seem to suddenly heal up. And this guy will charge either Leech or Albert. Leech. Your AC is 3, correct?
Let me check. My AC is 3.
He misses. Raylan.
Alright, I try to shoot the same guy, I guess.
Yep, you just saw him, healing back up.
Oh.
You miss. Leech.
I didn't add any modifiers, but I guess I missed it anyway.
So Leech changes to Mono Blades, because we're melee range now. AC 7, yeah?
Indeed.
Oh yeah, he's dead. Just cut his head off.
Yep. Mr. Albert.
Try again with my shotgun. Same person. Oh, well, same new person. Last guy.
Mm-hmm.
Same rolls, 9.
Mm-hmm. You miss.
God damn my combat wombat! Wait, so did Dr. Ishmael stay, or what happened? I mean, like...
He's on the trolley, apparently, sleeping.
Sleep. Okay.
Well, with 1 hit point.
Yeah, this guy's going to charge Albert.
I parry.
What's your AC?
4.
He misses.
Hurrah!
Raylan.
Okay, can I draw a weapon and shoot? Like if I drop my shotgun?
If you don't move, yes.
Yeah. I draw my revolver.
Leech.
I Mono Blade the guy on his field.
Mm-hmm. You don't kill him, but he's very close. Albert. You miss.
God damn my shots!
This guy heals back up.
You should have rolled damage before you rolled your hit.
Yeah.
Next time.
Raylan. Nice. Roll damage.
Oh.
You put a round in his shoulder and he doesn't budge much.
I'm just glad I hit.
Leech.
Mono Blade him again. Ah!
Albert. This guy's going to shiv you.
Wait, that was my damage. I haven't rolled my actual thing yet.
Oh, okay, you're going with... Okay. Fair
He
enough.
damage first because he's so
God
confident.
damn it!
Still misses. Raylan. You hit? He's dead.
Oh
Shot.
yeah.
Yep, shot through the head.
You're too late. You give burnouts a bad name.
Cool.
Rightio, let's continue on. Natasha, keep up the good work. I save the comms.
Yeah, she doesn't answer. You know, she just opens the doors in front of
We
you.
don't actually have comms.
Say it, my hand. Like I think there's something there.
Yeah, eventually you get to the airlock that leads to the fighter bay.
I see it, but I think that appears to be Ollie going now.
And I believe you guys dress up in your vac suits and
Yeah.
load the things up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we've done that, we get back out of our vac suits and trek back down the hallway.
Yep.
So far, we've just put the nav computer on.
And the AI core.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you get back to the computer core room. Natasha is, working away.
Okay, so we're probably going to have to move this fast. What do you guys say we get into our void suits now, or do you prefer to get into our void suits just as we get to the ship, like we just did?
Well, if
I'm
we
not
can...
there, so I can't answer.
What, did you stay on board the ship?
Yeah, with Natasha.
No, we're all back to you.
Oh, are you back
Just
to
come
us?
back, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say get suited up just as we're about to take the computer offline.
Okay, let's hope there's no running battle.
Hold on. Let's check the ship's lockers. See if the ship has lockers, and see if it has the better vac suits.
Are there better ones?
There are. There's a thing called a vac skin that you can wear under your armor, basically.
Ooh.
Natasha says those would probably be assigned to the bridge crew. From what I've checked, they aren't there. The crew took these vac skins, I believe, before the evacuation 200 years ago.
Weren't they in
Ah,
the pods? Weren't the crew in the pods?
Some of the command crew
Did they
are in
just
the
take?
pods.
Did they take those people's vac skins?
She shrugs. I don't know. I believe I was the first one to be placed inside the cryopod.
Well, where would those vac skins be stored? The ones that belonged to the command crew?
Closest to the bridge, I believe. In the
Well, let's-
emergency lockers.
Let's give it a look.
Yeah, because if some people weren't in the pods, they put their skins on, but the people in the pods didn't.
Stands to reason.
Theirs might still be around.
Okay, yeah, you walk towards the bridge, right behind the bridge. Before you get in, there's a emergency locker where people would store vac suits and the vac skins. The luckiest person, please roll a luck check, a luck save, I mean.
Mine's 13.
Mine's 14.
Mine's 14 too.
I don't have any numbers in my saves. Why is
You have the same as Leech.
that? Okay.
You can check the core PDF for yours.
Are you feeling lucky, Bermuda?
Mappuccine always feels lucky.
You go ahead and roll it.
Yeah, I don't have a number in it. so I don't know if I have to
Put 13 now.
put a number.
There's a macro called saving throw.
Okay. And 13 is the target number.
Yes. The number you want to go over, basically. No Vex skins.
Boom, 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 boom.
Just for shits and giggles, see if anyone could do better.
No, I don't want to know. Damn it.
So just for making it easier for Muta in the future, can you just tell her the same things that she should be
No, I'll
putting
look
in
it up
these
in the
numbers?
PDF. Can just continue.
Okay.
I'll get it in there.
So, yeah. Natasha says, as I said, Leech, I believe they were all taken.
Vac suits it is.
She says, Captain, I would like to request a detour through the crew quarters, please.
Why for, Natasha?
You said the crew said that I would need a spare body in case this
yes,
one
I
failed
remember.
me.
Yes, I believe this is something we can accommodate for. Maybe we should do that first before we get into our vac suits and do this final thing.
Okay, so she guides you down to the crew quarters, and as you get lower and lower, you can see that there's signs of life. Just a minute, please.
I whip out 3 cups. I take out my ball.
Okay, let's continue. Where was I? Yes. So as you get further into the crew quarters, you see that there are more and more signs of life in here. A lot of crew drawings and signs of violence, actually.
That's just a quick thing out of game. Like, because Ollie's not here, should we say that we left Dr. Ishmael in the like lander?
Sure.
Or unless you like give us control of him, because I mean, or is it we just saying he's asleep and no one?
We put him in a
definitely no one's
secure
going to attack him?
room. We put him in a secure room in the lander that can be locked.
Okay.
Like the bathroom or something.
Yeah, no problem.
Face down into the toilet.
You know how Butters goes to the bathroom? He's like that. His head on the shelf, taking a nap.
Yeah.
Lulu, I got some AI. Lulu, you got some too.
Okay, yeah, he's in the lander. He's looking over the stuff.
He's got his comic book and his chocolate milk.
Oh yeah, he's ready for a nap.
Okay, so we're going into the crew quarters. Keep an eye out, everyone. I'm sure there's a potential chance we can run into some more of those dirty burnouts.
Okay, so she, guides you through a hallway. There's, several doors on each side. Each one with a list of names of the members of the crew that used to be in there. I have a phone call. Be right back.
We'll talk amongst ourselves again. So, Natasha. Raylan, I heard you talking in some form of weird language earlier. With our new friend, Dr. Ishmael. You two share something in common?
He seems to know my language. Or the Scaborian language.
Oh, yeah.
What's a Scaborian?
It's an alien.
I've not come across many aliens in my life.
A short, big-eyed, ugly motherfucker.
Ah, really?
Are they tasty?
I don't know, might be. I would be up for hunting some.
Like space cows?
I'm very interested in hunting myself. Maybe we could go and do this sometime.
Are they an intelligent prey?
Very intelligent.
Oh, that's the most interesting kind of hunt, I hear.
Their
I hear the
word
most
for
tasty.
their word for human is the same as their word for idiot.
Oh, very intelligent then.
Tastiness is proportional to cuteness. Are they cute?
I wouldn't say so, no.
Probably not very tasty then.
What are you guys talking about?
How tasty Scaborians would be.
Yeah.
I realized earlier that Raylan, my new pilot, our pilot has been talking to Ishmael in some form of weird language.
I have noticed as well, Captain.
Yes.
The vocabulary seems complex in a way. So yeah, she keeps walking until you get to a room with a list of names: James Richter, Natasha Richter, and the name of the wife. Yeah, Felicia Richter.
Woman Richter.
Yes, Felicia Richter. And yeah, she says, "In here." The door is, closed. She types away at the console, key number combination, and the door swings open. And as you walk in, it seems that this room hasn't been touched at all. Seems to have been stuck in time, in a way.
Someone do a search check.
So yeah, you see a bed, a few rooms here and there, and there's like this walk-in closet where you see this other metallic body hanging, basically resting against a wall, and a box that could potentially fit the AI core you found, with legs jutting out of it.
Well, we'll take both of these things then. I go and sniff the pillow on the bed. Does it smell delightful?
Yes.
I take the pillow.
Okay, you take a pillow.
Put it in the loot list,
One fragrant pillow.
Natasha seems to be looking around, but she joins you outside as soon as everyone leaves.
Are you missing something, Natasha?
No, Captain. Just remembering.
Good things, I hope, Natasha?
In a way.
Ah, good to hear. I like reliving old memories as well.
Shall we go, Captain?
Unless there's anything else you require. Are any of these other doors locked that you may know the passcode to?
The passcodes for these doors are the personal property of the people that used to sleep in them.
Okay. What was the name on the door again?
What door?
The door that we opened a second ago.
James Richter, Felicia Richter, Natasha Richter.
All right. Well. So your last name is Richter, then, Natasha?
She nods and says, "Yes, Dr. James adopted me, in a way."
Family is good, Natasha. Would you like to be called Natasha Isfield from now on?
No, Captain, thank you.
Has a nice ring to it.
Well, tally-ho, let's pop off back to the other place and get that final core out.
Were there, like, personal lockers here?
Yeah, there's a lot of, personal stuff. A few pictures that have been printed out. That doesn't happen at all in this time.
Would you like to take some of these pictures with you, Natasha? Keepsakes?
She grabs one. She shrugs and grabs one.
Mapachine finds this curious. Because her memory should be sharp and not decay like a human's memory. Sentimental robot.
Well, I look for technology. If I see any technological type stuff, I'd steal it.
Was under the pillow a massive vibrator. Really technologically advanced.
No.
I gotta take that, but then Isfield just snatches it away.
Sniffs it. Ah, the smell of a lady.
Still fresh after 200 years.
And that's why Albert Isfield is single.
One of these days a lucky lady will catch me.
You can roll luck if you want to.
Everyone?
Just whoever's looking for something very specific.
Oh, well, you roll for tech then.
I didn't find anything.
No, nothing out of the ordinary. Just personal stuff. You find more logs, more data chips. Let's call them. Scattered around.
Well, I check under the bed as well, just in case there's anything technological. God damn it! Nothing!
Under the bed, you find a skeleton.
Ah. Natasha, would you like to have a look at this? It might be someone you know.
She says it's Felicia.
Oh, what a pity. Well, would you like to take a piece for sentimental value?
She looks at you confused.
No, just like a little pinky bone or something, just to remember her by. Some people keep the ashes of their dead relatives.
By this, actually.
Some people keep the ashes of their dead relatives as a way of remembering them. I know you have that picture, but an actual piece of them might be more. I don't know.
She starts walking
things
off,
on different planets.
stomping off, actually.
Mapachine doesn't have a lot of social graces, but she knows that was over the line.
Okay, onwards again. Off we go, unless anyone else wants to thoroughly check through this room.
No.
Okay. So you guys make your way back to the computer core. Raylan, do your thing.
Well, hold on, because we've got, a spare body for Natasha and a box with legs that holds the AI core. Should we drop that off first before we do the final thing?
I think it's fine to just move it all at the same time.
You don't think Natasha's like backup is pretty important in case anything goes wrong?
The way that this system seems to work, it probably means that we'd be doing extra work.
You're the captain. So Mapachine will do what you say. It's just sort of a she's loading an "I told you so" in
would
her.
Would you like to stay with Natasha again while we go and take these items back?
I think I'll come with you this time.
Natasha, are you going to stay here again to try and make the way a little safer for us, or would you like to come with us?
I'd like to make sure my spares are safe, Captain.
And by that you mean?
Come with us.
Okay, right, onwards then.
Okay, so again, as you start walking, you start hearing the walking off towards the lander. You start hearing a pair of growls coming your direction.
Well, let's hide. Prepare for an attack. Leech, would you also like to hide?
Sure.
A fine job.
Okay, so whoever got matched by that doesn't manage to hide.
Oh, bums.
So only Natasha manages to sneak herself into a dark corner. So initiative, please.
Yeah.
Wow. Am I allowed to re-roll anything once an hour, is it?
Only skill rolls.
Ah, bums.
Has everyone rolled?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, Natasha does get a free hit. Which hits.
Ah, fine roll.
And fries one of them. Leech, you're up.
AC 7?
Indeed.
And my average roll with the mag pistols on a D20 is like a 6.
You're not doing very well.
Raylan.
Okay,
maybe
so
go down the range.
Are they in shotgun territory?
Yeah. Again, this is very close quarters.
Yeah.
Hit. Roll damage.
Oh.
Raylan, you may want to consider upgrading to a combat shotgun.
Okay, you hit, but you don't kill.
Yeah.
This guy will heal.
He rubs himself off, goes back to full health.
Almost. Natasha will take a shot. which hits and doesn't kill. Mapaching.
AC 7. I get +1 for my dex and +1 for being a warrior?
No hit. Albert. No hit. Leech.
I shoot that motherfucker.
Shoot that motherfucker.
He did.
You killed that motherfucker.
Woo!
Yep. So you guys finish them off, and you get Natasha's spares back to the lander. And I guess you guys walk back to the computer core.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You're back at the computer core.
Okay, so are we going to put on our vac suits now and do it, or are we going to... Is everyone else doing the same, just in case we need to make a quick exit?
So, for the third time, Raylan, gets down to dismantle the computer core, and he kind of looks back, if someone's going to, interrupt him. Then he does it.
Yep, roll for it. You managed to take it out, yes. This one is
nice.
Much more sizable than the nav computer. And you guys get back to the lander.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Raylan, would you kindly fly us back to the sword?
Yes. I guess I can just do it, right? I don't need to roll.
Yeah, you can just do it. Unless you are in a hurry.
We're not really in a hurry, are we?
No, don't worry about that.
Okay, yeah. A few minutes of flying the lander and you get into the ship. No problem.
Okay, so we move everything to the cargo hold, I imagine?
You can, yes. The nav computer and the computer core do take quite a bit of space.
Where would be the best place to sell this, do you think?
Would I know this?
You can suggest.
Do I need to roll to know, or...?
If you want, you can roll, Culture Spacer. You guys can come up with, a reason to roll for stuff. Can I roll Culture Spacer to know where to sell this? Can I roll Culture Criminal to know where to sell this?
Culture Spacer, is that intelligence?
What?
Is it intelligence for culture spacer?
And this one, I would say it's wisdom.
Ah.
Well, I could roll Culture Criminal, but I'd only have a +0, so...
Yeah, same here for spacer.
+0 for my cultures as well.
Also depends on what you guys think is in these machines as well.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about actually selling the nav computer, but the other things, yeah.
Okay, Culture Spacer. Are you going to try and Are you looking for a seller for the computer core, the nav computer?
Well, or selling both, or...
I don't want to sell the nav computer until we know what's on it, though.
Okay.
Perhaps Natasha would be able to tell us exactly what's on there, or at least download some of the information.
Well,
could she help us download it to our ship?
She says that you could connect the nav computer to the ship, Leech, but I do believe your reactor is running on full capacity.
We just want to download the data. We don't want to run the nav computer. Just want to provide power to its, database, and then transfer the ones and zeros from its database to ours. I think it's where it's been.
Basically, Cariel, have you ever played FTL? We're going to turn off the med bay, power up the new nav computer, and then once we're done with the nav computer, we're going to power down the nav computer and turn back on the med bay.
Nice. She says, I believe it can be done. Yes, I could try.
Excellent.
Could I help her with this? With tech astronautic, or?
No, it would be like plugging it back in. She would roll tech, pre-tech.
Okay.
To get the stuff out. Your role, you probably could sell the computer core to a company that deals in starships.
Yeah.
The closest one is in Mid-80s. Or you can go to the cooperative in Hostal. You've dealt with them. Besides that, maybe some scientists, could be into some pre-tech nav computers. You guys do know that that ProSec Academy is actively researching what caused the scream. So giving them a nav computer could be useful, or not.
I'd say we'd try and give it to them.
Sell it.
Oh, and when I say give, I keep on meaning to say sell.
But yeah, that's
for tax purposes, we're giving it to them, and then they're making a donation to the ship. So
exactly.
You're correct.
I see that Leech is the financial minded amongst you.
I've got a point in culture criminal. And a point in business.
We had people do those things for us at the Isfield family ranch.
We couldn't just sell everything to the Isfields, could we?
That's a possibility, yes.
Well, we don't really dabble in these things, but if I did go home to see Papa, he might give us a good deal.
He might be impressed with the pre-tech you brought back.
Yes. Actually, that is a fine idea. Fine idea, indeed.
What is a fine idea?
We're going to Papa.
To do what?
Sell him the thing. Sell him the items.
No.
You don't want to let our good captain impress his family with this fancy pre-tech he's brought back. Besides, they'll keep our secrets. They won't, spread word that we're the ones who found that and get people on our trail.
I don't like this idea.
I'm worried about Natasha. Natasha, there's a lot of people out there that want to take you away, right?
I have heard rumors that Frontier Worlds do witch hunts on AIs, yes. I don't know how it is, however long it's been.
We don't have nearly the military capacity to keep you if any of those people come looking for you.
Yes, I've heard you talking about selling me off, Leech.
While we're there, we might also be able to pick someone up with medical skills for the crew. There's a medical center that has been built on Cardice. I'm sure we'll be able to find quite a few good medical professionals. There's quite a few wards of the Isfield name, don't you know? Tax deductions and all that.
Sounds like I can't talk you out of it.
So what is the plan?
Where would you
I take
you
out
sell
the information
it
from the nav computer and you sell me off?
Wait, what are your concerns, Mapachi?
I just don't see how something sentimental could be the best choice or best course of action.
Where would you have us sell it?
You
then?
said your family doesn't even dabble in this stuff, so what they're just going to give us the money for it, and okay, cool. Do you even know if they'd give us the best price
I understand,
for it?
Yes,
though?
pandering to Papa might not get us the best price.
And what's he going to do with it anyway?
Okay, well, let's sell it to that place that we know about that wants to research the Scream.
Prosec Academy?
Yes, and what planet is that on?
Chocobos.
Okay, off to the Chocobos.
So Natasha, wouldn't you feel better if you were in a place where you knew no one could come take you away at any moment?
Perhaps. But if that means I am being sold, I would rather not.
Well, maybe you get sold to a place that you'd want to be.
Like?
You tell us, where would you want to be?
I've come to enjoy the ship. Though my room is very barren.
Could have had a finger bone in there, Natasha.
You may have noticed this isn't exactly a destroyer-class cruiser.
We may not have the gunpowder to defend ourselves, but if we just use our brains and stay ahead of everyone, or lay low and not raise such a ruckus, then we could just escape our way from trouble, instead of brute forcing the trouble when it shows up.
The only
just
problem
stay ahead of the trouble
is that a ship from Gunhild can jump from Gunhild to any other system in the entire sector with one jump. Because it has a, Type 6 spike drive. That'll be the kind of ship that'll be coming after us. So we could be anywhere in the sector.
If they know who we are and where we are.
Yeah, so if any point they get intelligence that we're in a certain system, they can just jump there.
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
Well, let's not talk about that now. Where are we going, sorry? Chocobos. Where are we currently? Eularia?
Yes.
Is Chocobos at least tech level 4?
It is.
Okay, so we can get fuel there.
We have enough fuel to get there, I assume?
You do.
Okay,
Unless anyone else...
navigation.
Yeah.
Indeed.
What is it plus again?
Usually it's +3.
Okay.
Is this going to take 3 days or 6 days?
It does because of Ilaria's special thing.
Special thing?
Yes, Ilaria has a system quality that I've made up, that any travel to and from Ilaria takes half the time.
Okay, so 3 days.
And he can roll with a -1 and cut the time in half?
Yes.
Okay.
Should do that.
Which would be a +2.
Yeah, is that from the nav computers? +3?
The +3 comes from your intelligence modifier, your navigation modifier, +2 from the nav computer, -1 because you're jumping 2 hexes.
Ah, okay, it's +2.
If you want to take half the time of the half time.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. Takes you 1.5 days to get to checkables.
Yeah.
So it is the 21st? No, 22nd of February. Yes.
Because all of our bills are based on a time schedule of payment. Every time we jump with a reduced time, it saves us tons of money.
Yeah.
Nice.
Listen to the financial-minded criminal, guys.
In fact, we should probably do the math on how much of because he can take more than a -1 and reduce it even more, right?
No, I think you can only take that -1. Let me recheck.
All right, well, that's still really good. I mean, a -1 to cut it in half is awesome.
Oh no, you can indeed take a bigger penalty, I believe. Oh, okay, here it is. For each level of course streaming, the navigation skill check suffers a -1 penalty, and the effective spike drive rating of the ship increases by 1. So you did this as if you had a rating 3 spike drive.
Okay.
So instead of taking it took 1 day, basically, to get to checkables.
What would it normally have taken?
3 days.
It took 1 day.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's the 21st.
Indeed.
So with our drive 2, it would have normally taken 3 days?
Yes.
Wow.
Because travel time is divided by the rating of the spike drive. So you had a rating 3 spike drive. So 3 days divided by 3, 1 day. Okay, so you get to checkables. 2 days you are orbiting above the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check its info.
Do I get any HP back?
It's been 1 day. Let me check.
I imagine, other than you doing the jump, what you did is you stayed in the med bay with Natasha tending to you.
Yeah.
Through many arm attachments.
And vibrate functions.
Ooh.
So
for massaging.
You gain You gain 1 hit point plus 1 per every level you have. Plus 2 for every level of Tech Medical. She has Tech Medical at 0, so you get plus 2.
Hey, 3 hit points.
And so does Dr. Ishmael, yeah?
Yes.
Who's still on the toilet shelf in the lander.
In the lander.
Yeah. Okay, so during that day, I guess Natasha will start working on the nav computer. And you guys can do whatever you guys wish to do during that one day.
Mapachine wants to just hang around while Natasha does that, and whenever she's not like focusing on anything, just ask if anything interesting pops up or anything surprising, or just ask what's going on, basically.
Oh, she nails it. By one, but she nails it.
Nice.
So, what are you doing again, Mapachine? Sorry.
Hanging around while Natasha is doing her thing, and just whenever she's not interrupting, because like if Natasha is concentrating, Mapachine will be silent. But if she's just like waiting for things to run, she just ask if she sees anything interesting there or anything surprising, or just
she goes through the data, basically downloads it into herself as much as she can, so the nav computer doesn't take too much power from the ship. And then she sits there for a while, silent, and then she says, the Sydney hasn't been in this metaplane all the time.
Is that unusual?
Very. I don't know what happened, but whatever happened when the MES crew died or went insane affected the ship on some other level.
Interesting.
It seems that the nav computer has the ship jumping from place to place at random.
Might explain why this ship wasn't documented then, when all the other ancient Terran ships were like known of and thoroughly catalogued and everything.
Perhaps I would need to go to the computer core, see if the sensors picked up anything out of the ordinary. This is very strange.
Mm-hmm.
We'll let her do that. I'm basically with Raylan, and I'm playing the shell game with him, and I say that if he finds the pip, I will do one favor for him.
If he finds the what?
The thing under the ball, under the cup.
Alright, I'll play with you.
Are you a genie now, Albert? If you find the pip, I will do one favor for you.
By the way, 1 is left, 3 is right. If you didn't know what rolling 1d3 was for the script.
Okay, so I picked the middle one. God damn it.
Sadly not this time, Raylan.
I throw all of it on the ground again. I storm out. Wearing.
So Natasha plugs in the main computer, does the same thing. She doesn't seem to manage to get as much data as before. But she comes back to you, Mapachine, and says, the sensors picked up wildly different readings outside the ship. Differences in gravity and other forces, as if the ship inhabited different metaplanes during these 200 years.
So it confirms sort of the same unusual activity that you found on the nav computer.
Yes, I would say that. Yes, I would say that the ship is phasing out of reality into a different dimension at random intervals.
Very strange. I don't think I've ever heard anything like that. What do you feel about that?
She shrugs and says, I don't know, I never felt any difference while inside the ship's systems. So I don't know how to register that.
Do you think then it could continue to phase out and it won't be, where we found it? Like after some amount of time, it just won't be there anymore. Do you think is likely?
She gives you a short nod and says, "It's been like this for 200 years. I don't see any reason for it to stop doing it."
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's not like we took the jump drive out of it or anything like that.
It might not even be anything to do with the jump drive, that's causing it.
Was it around the time that the scream occurred that this stuff went on, or what?
The last log that you have on Dr. James's logs is in the year the scream was registered to happen. That's the last log that she gave you.
See, all the more reason that we should give this computer equipment to the ProSec Academy. This might be very useful for them.
So, Leech, what are you doing?
On the jump between Ilaria and Chicabos?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one day.
I'd probably be talking about Natasha, about where she'd want to go if we did have to get rid of her. When the other destroyer class ships show up wanting her.
She, after 2 hours of that increase, she stops answering you completely. She ignores you throughout the whole trip if you keep pressing on the subject.
Well, no, I was doing it for her benefit. So the moment she looks like she's not interested in having a say in where she gets relocated potentially, Leech immediately starts giving 0 fucks about it and starts thinking about from his point of view where we could get the most money for her. I'll just be working on that by myself in my room or whatever.
Okay. So jump ends, and you take 2 days to get to Checkables?
I thought you said 1.
No. 1 day, to get to the system.
Oh, okay. So you're talking
2 days to get to the region.
Okay.
So, Checkables is like a tropical jungle planet. The whole planet is covered in sea and thick forests, and you see plumes of smoke coming up in its atmosphere. So it has a very heavy industry in there. We would need Ollie to, further describe the planet, but since
this is the planet that he came from, then?
It is. But since he isn't here, we'll carry on anyway.
So we're going to the planet's surface.
Yes, you're orbiting around, you get permission to land.
Do we make any contacts with anyone specifically, or are these more Ollie things?
I don't know, probably would be Ollie things, or you can by yourselves try and get a contact in the academy.
So just grab him for a minute.
Do try.
Yes, sorry.
Hello, Ollie.
Hello, sorry, yes.
We're in Checkables, they are attempting to sell off the nav computer and the computer core from the ship.
Alright.
Do you reckon you've got any, well, yeah, of course you should say about that, but do you reckon you've got any contacts as well that we'll be able to use?
I could possibly get in contact. I could just probably, take you to the place, my old research facility.